Well, seeing a few shots of our other events going on here at Donington Park today, seeing some of the drift cars in action, among other things, our show trucks on the infield. Next up, as we say, it is the Caterham Sigmax and Sigma 150 race for the Caterham Graduates Racing Club. We can now go down to hear from some of the drivers getting ready for our next race.
Welcome trackside here at Donington Park, almost ready to get underway with the Caterham Graduates, but before we do, we're going to have a word with some of the drivers, including those on pole position. That starts with Jamie Elwood. Jamie, obviously you've stuck it on pole, so something's going right for you. How much are you looking forward to the race here at Donington?
Well, I'm actually second, pole is that side, but no, really happy to be right at the front of the grid. Good qualifying yesterday, just got to keep it there and yeah, hope to get some good points out of it.
Well, to be fair, from what I know about Caterham, you never want to be in first place until the line anyway, so you're in prime position.
Absolutely, I think you can defend around here. You can slipstream down the back straight, but I think you can also defend that position, so hopefully you can stay at the front.
We wish you all the very best of luck, Jamie, go well. I'm going to speak to the man in first position as it stands, Harry Senior. Harry, congratulations on sticking it on pole. How much are you looking forward to getting underway here at Donington?
Oh, it's going to be great. I mean, I've never raced with a crowd this large. You know, there's so much going on. It's hard to kind of focus on the racing, but no, really looking forward to it. Great track, Donington.
After sort of 18 months, 2 years away from having a proper crowd at races, this weekend feels a little bit special here, doesn't it? It's such a well-known and historic track, especially known for its atmosphere. It is a little bit different and special.
Yeah, no, it's definitely a special track with a massive crowd for the first time in ages. It's great.
Well, we cannot wait to watch your race, mate. All the very best of luck. All right then, almost time to get underway here at Donington. We're going to throw back to Dave Goddard. These two are going to be battling it out for first position.
Okay, thank you to Steve there down in the pits. We can bring you the grid fairly shortly for our first race for the Caterham Graduates Sigmax and Sigma 150 event, the two classes running combined. So it'll be two races in one here in pole position. Here's number 28, Harry Senior. He's in the Sigmax division, their championship leader, alongside Jamie Elwood. Been racing for over 20 years and winning titles with the Caterham Graduates Racing Club. He's in a Sigma 150, car number 2. Second row at number 38, Simon Goodwin, and 46 of Jamie Winrow. They're both Sigma 150s. Row 3, number 25, Stephen Clark in Sigmax, and James de Lusignan, number 102. He's in 150. You can tell the different classes if you look at the colour on the outside of the grid there. The Sigmaxes are in white and the Sigma 150s in blue. Row 4 is number 54 Andy Ebden and 24 Ben Winrow. The fifth row 69 Jonathan Curry and 71 Adam Bettinson. Row 6 Andrew Whitton, number 112 and 172 Mark Smith. The seventh row 110 James Gilmore, 72 of Glenn Burtonshaw. The eighth row 83 Jonathan Ems and 167 Doug Christie. The ninth row, 122 Gary Curtis and 56 Paul Wells. Should see nearly 40 cars out there for this one. The 10th row, 58 Rob Warner, 84 of Daniel Hamilton. The 11th row, 36, which is Luke Tsuru and 3 Jim Earlham. Row 12, 66 Barry White, 17 Andy Hughes. Row 13, 6 Steve Arnold and 85 Colin Loughlin. Row 14, Chris Buckley, number 22, and 119 of Andrew Sagar. Row 15, 43, Nigel Smith, and 15, Kim Raymond. Row 16, Gareth Cordy, number 33, and 52 of Michael Downing. Row 17, 137, Will Price, and 23, Martin Gleach. Row 18, 27, Chris Savage, and number 8, Peter Marsh. Good to see Chris Savage back out after a big accident at Thruxton in July. Row 19, Rob Appleton, 93, and 193, Steve Evans. And finally, 177, of Graham Hopkins. Well, looking at the points in the Sigma 150s, it's Jamie Elwood who has been on the podium in every race so far this year. His lowest finish being a third at Thruxton. He's been in the top 2 of every other race this year. Barry White will be his main challenger possibly today in terms of the points. He's in third in the points, behind Harry Kramer, who's not out today. In Sigmax, it's Harry Senior, again has been on the podium in every race this year. Ben Winrow, his main challenger. Stephen Clark and Glenn Burtonshaw will also be ones to watch. Simon Griffiths not here today. We'll have the cars out onto the grid very shortly indeed. After this, it'll be a whole mixture of cars for the CNC heads Northwest Sports and Saloon Cars. Big grid of Caterhams, almost 40 of them in this category today. 2 races in one, the Sigma 150s and the Sigmax division. And one more race before we break for lunch, which is for the CNC heads Northwest Sports and Saloons. We're back underway after lunch with the next truck race of the day, then more Caterhams and sports and saloon cars later on. With that, we can move our attention very shortly to our next race, which will be for the Caterham racing for the Sigma 135. Our next live stream coverage is on Bank Holiday Monday, August the 30th, when we will have action from Cadwell Park in Lincolnshire, the Classic Touring Car Racing Club headline at that event. Up in the wolds of Lincolnshire, the roller coaster of a circuit at Cadwell. Looking at what else we've got on there, we've got all the classic touring cars, the Jaguars, the pre-66, pre-83, pre-93, pre-03 touring cars, Classic Thunder, and the Blue Oval Saloons as well. It's a non-stop day of classic touring car racing, 10 races on the programme there for you. That's all coming up on August the 30th, Bank Holiday Monday. So the Caterhams who are making their way onto the grid, it will be a green flag lap, standing start, and a 25-minute race once again. So a little bit of a clean-up needed there at the chicane by the look of things before we get this race underway. I can see the Collins Earthworks sweeper out there. As soon as that's done, we will have the Caterhams on the grid. Thanks again to our volunteer marshals. We see them in action here, just sweeping up a bit of gravel at the chicane. See all our show trucks again there in the background. Good to see Chris Savage is here, number 27, looking at the Caterham grid. Had a big accident at Thruxton at the complex at the our previous coverage of the Caterham Graduate Racing Club. Missed the round at Croft, but he's back here today. Croft, the winners were Harry Kramer and Jamie Elwood in the Sigma 150s, Harry Senior and Ben Winrow in Sigmax. They had a win each at Thruxton as well. There's a win for Jamie Winrow at Thruxton. He missed Croft, but is back out this weekend. Looks like the Marshall's clear-up is almost complete there. If you ever wanted to have a go at marshalling, you can look up the BARC Marshals Club, at BARC Marshall on Twitter. You can contact them. Also the British Motorsports Marshals Club as well. Have a look on the BARC website too, barc.net. You can find out how you can don the orange overalls and get up close and personal to the action if you've ever fancied volunteering as a race marshal. Just waiting for the course car to confirm that everything is all clear and we can get the Caterhams onto the grid. So the grid will form up then. Harry Senior will take pole. The man from Berkshire will start alongside Jamie Elwood. His Caterham racing goes right back to the formation of the Caterham Graduates Racing Club in the late 90s. And for over 20 years now he's been winning titles with this club. Jamie Elwood, the most experienced man on this grid. Seen a couple of lady drivers take titles as well with the Caterham Graduates in the past. Amanda Black and Rachel Green among them. Drivers from all walks of life compete in their Caterhams just for pure enjoyment of motor racing. We saw a near three-way dead heat earlier on. Now the Marshals coming out onto the grid, that's a good sign. Looks like we are going to get the cars very shortly out from the assembly area. The course car leads them out then. Will be number 28, Harry Senior, the grey car with the red roll cage. Jamie Elwood in black and day-glow red. Jamie Winrow in red and blue there. It's Ben Winrow in yellow and red. There's some of the names to watch in this one. They'll be among the favourites for victory. Of course, two races mixed together. We said you can tell which class the drivers are in by the colour of the notification next to their name on the graphics. The Sigma 150s in blue and the Sigmax in white. Grid forms up then. Harry Senior on pole. There will be a green flag lap prior to the start. This big field of Caterhams. Simon Goodwin on the second row, the red car with the black and yellow wings.
Charity, and also to Vicky Holdcroft, who is the race day coordinator and works her magic. There's a few board members on the grid as well in this race. We've got Peter Marsh, who's a member of the board of the Caterham Graduates Racing Club. He drives the number 8 car, and Roger Ford, the number 21 car, both board members of the club. You
can also tell from the stickers on the roll cages of the cars which class they're in. Moving into line at the back, that's the number 193 of Stephen Evans. Sigmax cars have red stickers on their wings, you can see there on the front and rear wings, and the Sigma 150s in yellow. So you can tell the cars apart on track which race they're in, effectively. They won't split into two though here, they will be all racing in together. 177 here at the back is Graham Hopkins from Surrey. It's blue and white with the martini stripe. 93 Rob Appleton there. There you can see on Rob Appleton's car that yellow sticker on his roll cage with number 150 showing that he is a Sigma 150. The Sigmax cars have a red sticker with Max written across it. See it on the number plates on the cars as well, just above the side numbers. That's how you can tell which race the cars are in. We're underway on the green flag lap then. The cars weaving to warm up their Yokohama tyres. Yokohama, a partner of the Caterham Graduates Racing Club. Number 38, Simon Goodwin, the red and black car with the gold cage and wheels. And Jamie Winrow, number 46. Ben Winrow a bit further back in the red and yellow car there. Very impressive field indeed here of 39 cars we should see for this race. There are two different classes on the front row of the grid. Jamie Elwood alongside Harry Senior. This is going to be great fun. If it's anything like the Sigma 135 race we saw earlier on, this is going to be absolutely wild. There is Harry Senior, championship leader in the Sigmax division this year. Alongside him, Jamie Elwood leading the Sigma 150 points.
Specification from 2014 onwards, that's the 150 class, and the Sigmax class is for Caterham Super Sports cars, 2008 to 2030. The class also includes former mega class cars participating with the Rover K series engine and a Dion rear axle. So
it'll be a standing start, 25 minutes. Round they come towards the grid. I reckon any one of about the top 10 cars on the grid could win this, maybe even lower than that. Glenn Burtonshaw will be worth watching in the green number 72 car. He starts 14th. Doug Christie could go well, 167. He's 16th on the grid. Rob Warner's well up in the points for the Sigma 150s. He's further back. Could be any of them. No idea what's going to happen here. We are going to see an excellent motor race. That's assured. Really spread in terms of different classes, so they're all there together, which is nice to see. But Harry Senior and Jamie Elwood in terms of their respective classes, championship leaders, and of course cars making their way onto the grid then for our second Caterham Graduates Racing Club race of the day, the Sigma 150 and Sigmax categories. Harry Senior, the Sigmax championship leader, on pole position. Points leader in the Sigma 150 division, Jamie Elwood alongside him. Second row, Simon Goodwin and Jamie Winrow. And on row number 3, we have got Stephen Clark, number 25, James de Lusignan alongside him. Row 4, Andy Ebden and Ben Winrow, Jonathan Curry and Adam Bettinson completing the first 10. Huge field of 39 cars. This will be a 25-minute race for the Caterham Graduates Racing Club. This is going to be an ultra-close slipstreaming race. This will be a 20-minute race, just come up on the timing screen, so 20 minutes for the Caterhams. Green flag waves at the back of the grid. 5-second board is held up by the starting marshal, waiting for the red lights to come on. Harry Senior versus Jamie Elwood on the front row, and away they go. Down towards the first corner at Redgate. Good start by Jamie Elwood. A poor start by Harry Senior. There's a little bit of contact in there already. Somebody, I think that's Andy Ebden, has lost a wing into the first corner. Jamie Elwood leads it. That was quite a poor start by Harry Senior. He's down to about 5th position from pole as they head into the first corner. More wings go flying as they jostle their way through Redgate and Hollywood for the first time. Jamie Elwood has a clear lead ahead of Simon Goodwin in second. Stephen Clark is up into third place in the blue and black car. Jamie Winrow is fourth, and Harry Senior down to fifth. Somebody going off over the grass there on the Craner curves. I think that's can't quite see who that is at the moment. I thought it was Graham Hopkins. No, he's there at the back. Pick up who that was in a moment. It was the number 43 car. That's Nigel Smith. Running wide there, I think that's Harry Senior coming out of McLean's there in 5th position, but it's Jamie Elwood, Caterham Graduates Racing Club veteran of over 20 years, who leads the way as they dance their way through McLean's up towards Coppice for the first time. Elwood leads. Stephen Clark has got past Simon Goodwin up into second place. Jamie Winrow has a look down the inside. Harry Senior fighting back, but he's gone to the outside for the Robert chicane. Winrow up the inside takes third place from Simon Goodwin. Charge their way through ultra close through the chicane for the first time. It's Jamie Elwood who has got the lead. Second place is Stephen Clark. Harry Senior is going to try and challenge here as they go into Redgate. There's more wings go flying. Andy Ebden is trying to shed all his wings off the 54 car. I think there loses out to number 69 of Jonathan Curry. He comes through. Down the Craner curves. Clark in second, Goodwin is third, then Jamie Winrow side by side with Harry Senior. I'll have the inside here for the old hairpin, will he? No, Bob's back in behind Jamie Winrow. Then Behind him is the number 102 car of James de Lusignan. They fight their way up through towards Schwantz Curve, then it's up into the right-hander at McLean's. Jamie Elwood coming under a bit of pressure from Stephen Clark, trying to pull some points back in the championship. A non-finish at Thruxton in one of the races there thwarted his bid for the championship lead. Chasing now Jamie Elwood. Third place is Goodwin. Then we've got Winrow in fourth place. Start to fan out across the straight here, going round the outside is Stephen Clark. He's going to have to brake late here if he's going to take the lead. He's got him round the outside. He got him before they reached the braking zone. Harry Senior up the inside dives ahead of Jamie Winrow. Then we've got de Lusignan, Ben Winrow, and the rest of them come through. Here they come up towards the line. Jamie Elwood will try and retake the lead into Redgate. Yes, he's got the slipstream from Stephen Clark. He goes through, retakes the lead. Elwood that leads from Stephen Clark. Clark the leading Sigmax category runner. Simon Goodwin in a Sigma 150 is third. Then Harry Senior is fourth. Fifth is Jamie Winrow. Sixth James de Lusignan, and seventh Ben Winrow. That seven have broken away from the rest of the field slightly. It's Adam Bettinson in eighth place as they cross the line. Yes, the blue and silver car is there ahead of Jonathan Curry and Andy Ebden. What do you call Andy Ebden? The wingless wonder by the end of this race. He's shedding bits of bodywork. Oh, somebody's gone off. I think that might be Adam Bettinson that's spun there, coming out of the old hairpin onto the grass at Starkey's. We may have lost there. Now, is it, or was it one of our leading group? No, I don't think it was. Harry Senior's up to third. He's got ahead of Simon Goodwin. Yes, there's still seven there for the lead. I think the car that spun, yes, it was Adam Bettinson, number 71, that lost it. Don't think he hit anything, so he should be able to get going again. Now, here they come down towards the chicane at the end of the exhibition straight. Stephen Clark almost being bump drafted there by Harry Senior. Jamie Elwood loses the lead once again. He's locked up. Oh, nearly hit the back of Stephen Clark, trying to hold off Harry Senior. The two championship leaders side by side. And we've got Simon Goodwin behind them in car 38. 1.1 second covers the top four. 1.7 seconds covers the top seven as they came over the line. Look at this. They're swarming up on the back of Elwood, who goes to the inside on Harry Senior. Clark leads. Elwood back into second, then Senior. Goodwin and Jamie Winrow side by side. Then it's de Lusignan and Ben Winrow. Clear of Andy Ebden in 8th. Jonathan Curry is 9th, and in 10th place is the number 83, Jonathan Ems. Side by side for second. Harry Senior dives through on the inside. He wants to move up and have a go at Stephen Clark. They're both in Sigmax. Jamie Elwood leads the Sigma 150 division. The 150 is probably with about 10 more horsepower than the Sigmax is. Here comes Elwood on the inside, challenging Harry Senior for second place. Senior holds him off. Now here comes Jamie Winrow moving to the inside, the number 46. That's for the lead in Sigma 150, challenging Jamie Elwood. Behind them, Simon Goodwin. He's a 150 as well. So the first two cars are Sigmax, the next three are Sigma 150s. Then we've got Ben Winrow, number 24. And we see the top three in each category at the moment. Ben Winrow, the third Sigmax. So top six filled by three cars from each of the two categories. Jamie Elwood under fire there from Jamie Winrow, number 46, the blue and red car. Seventh place behind them is James de Lusignan. Then we've got Andy Ebden, this car with only two intact wings now. Down towards Redgate once again. Still a long way to go in this one. Well, 19 minutes 18 showing on the screen. It did change to 20 minutes in the run-up to this race, but I think we are going for the full 25. Or a bit of confusion over the race length there. When it started the race, it came up as 20 minutes. Now it's come back to 25. So more Caterham racing for you. That's all good. Here we come. Up towards McLean's corner. Could be 8 soon for the lead if Andy Ebden can catch up. It's Stephen Clark rather, still holding the lead ahead of Harry Senior. Jamie Elwood third ahead of Jamie Winrow. There's too many Jamies in this race. Fifth place we've got Simon Goodwin. Here they come then down towards the exhibition straight and into the chicane. Is Harry Senior going to try and slipstream for the lead? He's going to the outside. Elwood goes for the inside. He could get second. No, not quite. Jamie Winrow in fourth. Goodwin fifth. Ben Winrow sixth. Seventh is James de Lusignan. There he is. Andy Ebden is next. First 8 have now broken away. They start to fan out. Harry Senior dives for the outside. He puts two wheels onto the grass there. Running down into Redgate. He won't get past Stephen Clark on the grass. Cuts back in. Jamie Elwood still third, then Jamie Winrow in fourth. Stephen Clark takes the tighter line into the Craners. Harry Senior's never going to get through there. Surely he's side by side on the run down to the old hairpin. He has got through. Oh, that's a brave bit of driving by Harry Senior. You don't very often see overtakes at the Craners like that. Tough it out through there side by side, and it's Harry Senior who's come out in front ahead of Stephen Clark. That was a change for the lead in the Sigmax category as well as overall towards McLean's. Elwood is third, leading Sigma 150. And we've got Jamie Winrow. Ben Winrow is up into fifth position, the yellow car, ahead of Simon Goodwin, who's down to sixth. Andy Ebden trying to close up. He wants a bit of this as well. 8 of them together. Ems and Curry rounding out the top 10. They're trying to go 3 wide down to the chicane. Stephen Clark goes for the inside. He's going to retake the lead under braking. He's done so. Simon Goodwin up the inside. He's going to try and take both the Winrow boys in one move. Jamie Winrow moves him out wide as they come off the chicane. They could lose out to Andy Ebden. Meantime, Harry Senior goes to the outside again on the run into Redgate. He's going to get through. Had enough momentum there coming off the chicane to slipstream Stephen Clark, and he retakes the lead. Clark down to second. Elwood is there in third. He doesn't need to worry about challenging the 2 ahead of him. They're in a different category to him. First 3 have broken clear slightly of Jamie Winrow, battling with Simon Goodwin down the Craners. Then we've got Ben Winrow in 6th position through the old hairpin. 16.5 minutes of this race still to go for the Caterham Graduates Racing Club Sigma 150 and Sigmax categories. Stephen Clark closing up again on Harry Senior, who leads the way and leads the Sigmax category. Jamie Elwood wants to challenge for an overall win here, leading the Sigma 150s ahead of Jamie Winrow. Behind him is Simon Goodwin, third in that division. Then Ben Winrow is back behind him. Then James de Lusignan and Andy Ebden, and Stephen Clark to the inside into the chicane. He does this every time. Retakes the lead. Simon Goodwin to the inside as well. He's split the 2 Winrows in 5th place overall. First 8 have broken away from the rest of the field well and truly. Harry Senior goes to the inside this time into Redgate, and he goes through again. Stephen Clark, knowing what he needs to do, he hangs back for the rest of the lap, and if he can do that move into the chicane on the final lap of the race, he'll take the win. Elwood is next, then Jamie Winrow's closing up now. The first 3 a lap ago had broken away slightly, but Jamie Winrow's back there now, and Simon Goodwin, 5 of them line astern. But it's all about getting your finishing kick right. It's a bit like a middle distance running race on an athletics track. You have to know when to unleash your finishing kick, get your finishing move right on the last lap in Caterham racing. You've got to position yourself correctly. Simon Goodwin closing up on Jamie Winrow. There's James de Lusignan, has got ahead of Ben Winrow at the back end of this battle. Here they come then, they start to weave around, all going to the inside to try and defend their line to stop themselves being slipstreamed down into the chicane. This time Harry Senior is going to hold his lead. Look at Jamie Winrow up the inside there. He's going to take 3rd place and will take the lead of the Sigma 150 division from Jamie Elwood. That's the first time he's been headed by his category rivals. He's down to 4th. Now here comes Simon Goodwin. Look at them weaving around here, trying to defend their positions. Stephen Clark has a look on the inside, but it's still Harry Senior who leads the way. Still 14 minutes of this action to come. Jamie Winrow in 3rd place. 4th is Jamie Elwood. Goodwin is 5th. De Lusignan 6th. Ben Winrow 7th. Andy Ebden in the red and white car behind them in 8th place. Jonathan Ems and John Curry round out the top 10. Looks like everybody is still running as well. All 39 cars still going so far. Stephen Clark on the attack again. The leader's coming up to a back marker. Oh, Harry Senior clipped the curb there on the inside and sent him slightly sideways, but he's held his lead. Any loss of momentum here, and you just go back to the rear of the line you're battling in. Car about to be lapped. Graham Hopkins, number 177, is going to be lapped here. Here comes Stephen Clark to the inside. He's going to do it again into the chicane. Yep, retakes the lead. Done that a fair few times at that spot. chicane. Graham Hopkins will move aside and allow the lead pack to go through. Now Harry Senior darts out from behind Stephen Clark. He's going to attack back again into Redgate to retake the lead. He goes through, and Jamie Winrow's up the inside as well. He can sense second overall. He goes through. Stephen Clark a little bit sideways there on the run into Redgates by the look of it, and he's down to third. That's how quickly everything can change in Caterham racing. Clark fights back side by side down the Craners with Jamie Winrow. Inches between the two of them. Clark up the inside and on the brakes for the old hairpin. He's got him back again. Great bit of driving by Stephen Clark. They safely lapped Graham Hopkins. He let them through in the 177. All okay there. The second group is being headed up there by Andrew Whitten. He's got ahead of Jonathan Ems and John Curry, I think. Andrew Whitten, number 112, we caught a glimpse of there. That's the second group in this race. Through Coppice go the leaders. Can't tear your eyes away from this lead battle for a second. Here they come down the straights. Is Stephen Clark going to do it yet again? He's done this nearly every lap. Tries to move to the inside. No, Jamie Elwood's having a look though. Clark's not close enough this time. Ben Winrow up the inside attacks James de Lusignan. De Lusignan goes briefly over the gravel there. Ben Winrow is through. Andy Ebden trying to get through as well. Stephen Clark to the inside, Jamie Winrow to the inside. Stephen Clark's going to retake the lead into Redgate, and he's done it. Jamie Winrow still leads the Sigma 150s in third place, ahead of Elwood and Goodwin. Third Sigmax is Ben Winrow, the yellow and red car. Two Winrows running in different divisions. Harry Senior's done it again down the Craner curves. He is very brave through that section. Brilliant from young Harry Senior in the 28s. This is fantastic racing. Up towards the right-hander at McLean's once again. 11 minutes of the race to go. Here's some of the runners further down the field coming through. You can see there's plenty of battles everywhere that you look. And the battle for ninth is now headed by Jonathan Ems, ahead of Curry, Christie and Whitten. So Andrew Whitten's lost a couple of places. Douglas Christie's got past him. Here come the leaders. Oh, and off go James de Lusignan and Ben Winrow. De Lusignan over the gravel. Winrow's recovered it. He just went too wide there, leaning on each other through Coppice. Harry Senior retakes the lead from Stephen Clark, meanwhile, at the inside yet again. They're swapping places for fun, those two. Well, there's Ben Winrow. He's recovered. Just went onto the grass there. He's lost out to Andy Ebden, though. So de Lusignan lost a lot more time. He went over the gravel, but has been able to keep going. Stephen Clark up the inside. Jamie Winrow defending from Jamie Elwood. Winrow could go for the overall lead here up the inside. Side by side with Harry Senior. Winrow leading his class, the Sigma 150s. You can see from the yellow sticker on his roll cage. Sends Jamie Elwood out wide there, side by side down the Craners, but Elwood keeps his foot in. And he's saying, well, if Harry Senior can do that, so can I, he says. And he takes third and the lead of the Sigma 150s. Great driving from Jamie Elwood. Behind them, Simon Goodwin. Those five have broken clear as a result of that little bit of mistake through Coppice last time through, of Andy Ebden, who's sixth, Ben Winrow seventh. Lusignan is still eighth after losing a few seconds going over the gravel. Jonathan Curry and Jonathan Ems rounding out the top 10. Continuing their battle. It's been going on all race long. Now, here they come out of Coppice. It's a longer corner than it looks from that angle. Here comes Harry Senior yet again, challenging Stephen Clark for the lead. He goes through yet again into the chicane. He's outfoxed Stephen Clark in his own game there. Jamie Elwood up behind them. 9 minutes to go. This frantic thrash for the Caterham Graduates Racing Club, Sigma 150 and Sigmax divisions. And here comes Jamie Winrow again. Here comes Simon Goodwin. He could get both of them here. This is superb stuff, and Simon Goodwin up the inside. He's going to get past Jamie Elwood. Elwood lost 2 places there. Winrow's already gone through. Jamie Elwood didn't get the best exit from the chicane there, and he's down to 5th. Now here come the 2 leaders. Harry Senior almost bump drafting Stephen Clark for the lead there. Places have swapped again, coming out of the chicane. Elwood back up the inside, retakes for you. You cannot keep up with this at all. They're just constantly swapping places. Elwood back up to 4th, ahead of Simon Goodwin. Ben Winrow has got back ahead of Andy Ebden up into 6th place. Just catch a glimpse of them go through there. Here are the leaders. Lusignan is 8th, Ems 9th, Christie 10th, and it's Whitten and the rest of them. I think we may have lost Jonathan Curry. He's not come through on the timing screen on that lap, so I think we've lost the number 69 car of John Curry. He was just in the end of the top 10. Meantime, here come the leaders. Stephen Clark up the inside, takes the lead yet again. Jamie Winrow is back up into third. He's done the fastest lap of the race, 1:18.536. Fifth is Simon Good. Over the line they come. There's Ben Winrow in the background trying to make up for lost ground, having run wide at Coppice a couple of laps ago. Senior to the inside again. I've lost count of the number of times these two have swapped places already, and there's still 7.5 minutes to go. Goodwin a little bit wide out of Redgate there. Where's the next group coming through? Here's the battle between Andy Ebden and Ben Winrow. We caught a glimpse of there. Down the hill come the 5 leaders, and Harry Senior hanging on through the old hairpin. Simon Goodwin in number 38. Trying to give chase. Here's a scrap further back in the order, 3 wide into Redgate's. The number 16 car, that is in the middle, I think. Number 15 rather, Kim Raymond, the bright green car, battling away with a couple of his rivals. It's the fight for about 25th place at the moment. So here are the leaders out of Coppice. The inside goes 25 of Stephen Clark. Yes, he's going to get through yet again. He's patented that move, hasn't he? Favourite of John Cleland in his touring car days, I remember. Great Vauxhall driver. Here they come then, and Harry Senior is going to try and get the lead back again. Clark moved across there to try and break the toe. Senior's through. Winrow still in third, leads the Sigma 150s, Jamie Winrow. Jamie Elwood and Simon Goodwin. These 5 together. Now here's the battle further back behind them. We've got Jim Earlham in there. Car number 3, I noticed the camouflage liveried car, unmistakable that one. This is the battle for about 14th place we saw go through there. Leaders are at the bottom of the circuit at the moment. James Earlham being headed by Barry White and the 122 car of Gary Curtis in that battle we saw. Here come your leaders. Harry Senior still ahead of Stephen Clark. When are they next going to swap places? I think I know where. Stephen Clark thinks, shall I have a go at Coppice? No, I'll wait for my favoured overtaking place down to the chicane, I think. Here he goes. Clark up the inside, yep, he's done it again. Here they come then down the straight. Is Harry Senior going to do it again? Clark will probably move across and try and break his slipstream. He does so, but Senior will have the inside run. Yep, he's got him back again. Jamie Winrow just shadowing them here. He doesn't need to challenge them necessarily because he's leading his class. Simon Goodwin's dropped away just a little bit now. Less than 5 minutes to go. Clark still on the tail of Harry Senior, but he knows if he can get that move done and hang on out of the chicane on the last lap, then that will get him the win. Jamie Elwood still second in his division, hasn't been out of the top 2 in Sigma 150 all season. Here's a battle further back in the order, number 23 there, that is Martin Gleach leading that pair. Up the hill towards the right-hander at Coppice. Clark to the inside, he's going to do it again. Nearly every lap of the race he's done this. Underneath Harry Senior, back into the lead. First 4 have broken away now from Simon Goodwin. There's a back marker ahead here, they need to be mindful. Down the straight they come into Redgate. This time Stephen Clark didn't break the toe, he's held off Harry Senior. This is good stuff. Is Senior going to attack as a result of that down the Craner curve? He's still in the slipstream there. It is how you race in Caterham. You stay as tight behind the car in front as you can and slipstream. Won't get through at the old head. Winrow third, Elwood fourth, Goodwin fifth. Here's a good scrap further back in the order. That's Adam Bettinson battling his way back up, fighting with 172 of Mark Smith. Bettinson we saw spin coming out of the old hairpin earlier on. Here are the leaders, still Clark from senior. And they're coming up on a bit of back marker traffic. Let's see who it is who's about to be lapped here. And Clark a little wide there through Coppice. This could allow Senior to play him at his own game into the chicane. Yeah, Clark moves across to the inside. There's the back marker ahead. 137 car, I think. Side by side. Clark defending the inside line. You're not playing me at my own game, says Stephen Clark, and he holds off Harry Senior. Jamie Elwood coming up to attack. Yes, 137, the car to be lapped. Will Price from Peterborough needs to move aside here and let the leaders through. He does so into red gates. Stephen Clark has held his lead. Just over 2 minutes to go, so a couple of laps left in this brilliant thrash for the Caterhams. Jamie Winrow still with the fastest lap of the race in third place, leads the Sigma 150s ahead of Elwood and Goodwin. Ben Winrow is the third of the Sigmax cars, I should say. He's further back. He's a scrap further back in the order, coming down towards red gates. Almost 3 wide on the way in there. Ahead of that group, number 122. That's the car of Gary Curtis. There's a fight further back for around 15th, 16th place. Black and white flag gone out for number 24, Ben Winrow. Possibly a warning for driving standards there. He's further back in 6th. Here come the leads. They'll be coming round to start their final lap this time, I think. Stephen Clark moves to the inside. Now they'll start to position themselves, ready to make their finishing moves as soon as they see the last lap signal. Clark defending the inside. Now he's limbering up to do that on the last lap if he has to defend from Harry Senior. They're coming out onto the Wheatcroft straight. The last lap board is out, and this is the signal. You can see them starting to go at it now. Jamie Elwood was straight on the throttle there around Jamie Winrow. He's got him into the class lead. He's sliding all over the place. You can see that last lap signal went out, and they're all instantly going at it. Now Elwood's going to try and defend from Jamie Winrow because he wants to win the class and get third overall. Doesn't want to worry about the 2 ahead of him. They're in the Sigmax division. Through the old hairpin. Another battle further back in the midfield there. Number 33 of Gareth Cordy at the head of this group. That's the fight for 16th place ahead of Curtis, Earlham and the rest of them. And it's between Clark and Senior for the overall race win. Stephen Clark has not taken a win in Sigmax this year. Could this be his first, or is Harry Senior going to get him into the final chicane? He's positioning himself to try and slipstream him. We've got to watch the third place pair as well of Elwood and Winrow. Here they come. Stephen Clark moves to defend on the inside. There's a back marker ahead as well, and Harry Senior is going to try and go around the outside. So is Winrow. Clark defends through the chicane. Big lock up from Jamie Elwood. He's going to go over the gravel. They both go over the gravel. Elwood comes out in front. Who's going to win it? It's going to be side by side. Stephen Clark's going to hang on. He takes his first win of the season, and it's side by side across the line. Jamie Winrow gets there ahead of Jamie Elwood to win the Sigma 150s. Simon Goodwin is 5th. And further back, Ben Winrow is going to take 6th position in back marker traffic there. Andy Ebden, I think, will be 7th. No, James de Lusignan recovers to take 7th. Ebden is 8th. Doug Christie 9th. And John Ems was 10th. Well, a terrific finish there. Somebody's gone through the gravel there. We can see dust flying in the background. Somebody has gone off. There's a yellow flag out on the exit of Coppice. Yeah, somebody has gone off there. There's a couple of wings in the gravel. We can't see who it was. There's the number 17. That's Andy Hughes. Battling it out with the number 58 into the final corner. Rob Warner up the inside. Maybe it's them who've lost those wings there. Yes, they've possibly dropped down the order. They come in to finish in 28th and 29th place. Just ahead of the number 22 car of Chris Buckley. The rest of them come through then. It's a win though for Stephen Clark, number 25, his first outright win, his first Sigmax category win of the season, making up for a non-finish at Thruxton. This time Harry Senior has to settle for second. Jamie Winrow wins the Sigma 150 division, his third win of the season, but he hasn't contested the full season this year, so he won't threaten Jamie Elwood's points lead. Well done to all the drivers there, a quite superb affair from the Caterhams.
This is the final race prior to our lunch break. If you've got a program that you're looking at timetable today, there is a small element in it because after the lunch break, say race countdown brings us to the lunch break. After the lunch break, your program shows trucks, engines, Caterhams, pickup trucks. That's not now the order of the races.
We'll check out the full results in just a moment's time there. Stephen Clark, the winner, completing 19 laps. That's our 25 minutes, 10.773 seconds. Let's have a look at the results then. He beat Harry Senior home, Stephen Clark, by 0.071 of a second. Not quite as close as the Sigma 135s. Jamie Winrow wins the Sigma 150 class, just ahead of Jamie Elwood by 0.2 of a second. And Simon Goodwin completes their top three. Ben Winrow, the third Sigmax car home, in 6th overall. 7th was James de Lusignan, just pipping Andy Ebden on the line. And Doug Christie and Jonathan Ems rounding out the top 10. Glenn Burtonshaw was 11th, ahead of Andrew Whitten. 13th went to Daniel Hamilton. 14th place, it was the number 110 of James Gilmore. And 15th, Barry White in number 66. 16th place went to the number 122 of Gary Curtis. 17th was Gareth Cordy, number 33. 18th place went to Jonathan Curry. Jim Erlam was next, and Adam Bettinson after a spin, rounding up the top 20 ahead of Luke Tsuru. Chris Savage was next home ahead of the number 172 of Mark Smith. Then we had Stephen Arnold, number 6, ahead of Rob Warner, Kim Raymond, and the number 119 of Andrew Sager. 56 was next home, that is Paul Wells. And then the pair we saw delayed slightly on the last couple of corners, Andrew Hughes and Chris Buckley completing the top 30. Behind them, in 31st place, was Colin Loughlin, ahead of number 52, Michael Downing. The other finishers were 43 of Nigel Smith, number 8, Peter Marsh, 23 of Martin Gleach, 193 Stephen Evans, 137, we saw him getting lapped earlier, Will Price, Rob Appleton and Graham Hopkins. The final finishers, all 39 cars went the distance in our first race of the weekend for the Caterham Graduates Racing Club Sigma 150 and Sigmax classes. A bit of gravel to be cleared up, and then we'll be underway with our next race, the CNC Heads Northwest Sports and Saloon Car Championship. A huge variety of machinery in this one. The great attraction of the CNC Heads Sports and Saloons, you can use just about anything you like, as long as it's not a single-seater. We'll see them on track shortly.
So down here in Birmingham, and we've got a race winner from
We're heading down to Parc Fermé, then we'll hear from our race winners in just a moment.
All right, welcome down to Parc Fermé, and with the two Jamies, Messrs Elwood and Winrow, first and second in the 150s. First of all, I'm going to come to you. What a finish. Talk us through that last chicane in particular.
Oh, blimey, yeah, that was close. The two guys ahead of us in the Sigmax were kind of going side by side, and then me and Jamie were going side by side, and obviously we both knew it was the last lap, so we were both like, we're not going to brake first here, so we both probably braked about a second and a half too late, and luckily I managed to just get it round on the track, and I think Jamie just went too far. But yeah, what a race. It was brilliant finish, and yeah, we were stuck together like glue for virtually the whole thing.
Yeah, Jamie, I chatted to you about the right at the start of the race. We talked a little bit about sometimes it's better to be just a little bit behind going into that final chicane. It was crazy, wasn't it, that sort of finish? That's what Caterham racing's all about, isn't it?
That is actually. We haven't had one like that for quite a while. It's been more of a train the last few races, but to have a proper wheel-to-wheel, passing each other, kind of like, going side by side was fantastic today.
And for you yourself, obviously second place in this one, but it could scarcely have been close. That much light fire underneath you for the race coming up later on this afternoon, right?
Yeah, I should have dummied the braking rather than just trying to outbrake Jamie, but there you go. That's the way it goes sometimes.
It absolutely is. And Jamie, I'll leave the final word to you from the 150s. A fantastic victory, obviously, for yourself. What does that mean to you?
Yeah, no, absolutely brilliant. I mean, it's been a really good weekend. Yesterday was a little bit tricky with the changeable weather, but yeah, no, a fantastic start, and then hopefully same again later.
I wish you all the very best luck. Both of you, congratulations on a great race.
Thank you very much.